Hi, welcome to identityweek.net. I'm based in Singapore at the moment at Identity Week Asia 2024, where I'm joined now by Jonathan Marskell, who's Senior Digital Development Specialist at the World Bank. He's been with the World Bank for quite a while, exploring APAC countries' digital ID programs and initiatives. It's really great to speak to you today. World Bank is particularly kind of invested in what Indonesia is doing in terms of digital ID. Why are you supporting the development of Indonesia's digital population identity?
Well, thank you for having me. The World Bank, as a development institution, we believe that ID systems are a very important building block for improving the delivery and access of services, whether it's by the government or by the private sector. We saw during COVID-19 as well, the countries that had ID systems in place could better adapt to these extraordinary circumstances of lockdowns and the need for socioeconomic support to vulnerable households. In Indonesia specifically, a large country, more than 280 million people, 17,000 islands, many different languages, cultures, ethnicities, etc. We believe that a digital identity can be key to ensuring that economic opportunities and public services are available across the country. This is a powerful opportunity of digital transformation, but in order to really realize that, everyone needs to have the ability to prove who they are legally, securely, and online without physical presence.
And we've talked about inclusivity a lot today. What is the state of digital ID adoption, equality, access across APAC in general?
Yeah, so the digital identity app that we are supporting in Indonesia, it's called IKD, or Identitas Kependudukan Digital. It means digital population identity in English. There's, as of today, around 12.3 million users and 13 institutions that have integrated with it, particularly digital banks, the Satu Sahat digital health application, and we see around 30 to 50,000 users every day getting on board. As we support improvements to the app with remote onboarding, integration with the broader GovTech ecosystem in Indonesia, we expect that to grow. By the end of our project with the government of Indonesia, we expect at least 25 million Indonesians have signed into an online service, but around 100 million users in total showing their ID card, their family card on their phone.
What are the other successes of the digital ID, as well as inclusivity? How is it going to enable citizens' lives?
In Indonesia, we see huge adoption of digital financial services first and foremost, and a lot of innovative products coming out. But one of the challenges that those providers face is know your customer, KYC. And so by integrating with this IKD application, it will streamline that process, but also reduce the fraud-related risks. The other element we see is in terms of public services. There's a lot of local government services, subsidies, other social protection that many Indonesians access on a daily basis. And right now, for some of these, they have to go to a physical office to access such services. But through integration with IKD in the future, that will change. It can be all done through their smartphone.
What do you see are the trends in how governments are approaching digital ID across Asia?
So among the developing countries in the region, we see this big shift to extending the existing national or legal identity physical cards into the digital world. Obviously Singapore is a leader, but we see Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia developing different apps to move into that space. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening also in Cambodia. They've established their Verify Gov platform, which is enabling digital document verification. And so we see a lot of potential for the shift to digital to transform these economies, societies and governments. It also reflects, broadly speaking, the level of digitalization in the country more broadly.
Brilliant. It's been great to catch up with you today.
Thank
Hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you for having me.